Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is Black Friday and that means shopping is probably on the brain. So I thought today would be the perfect day to share some gift ideas for those that you're buying for this season or even some stuff for yourself. So these ideas will range from sort of the less expensive stocking stuffers to some of those big ticket items that maybe you're hoping that Santa brings you yourself. So we're going to start off in the beauty territory, and there are a couple of here that are just so good I couldn't wait to share. So the very first item is by a company called Dieux, and these are called the Forever Eye Masks. And they're these two little silicone masks. They're very, very thin. And they're reusable. What is so great about these eye masks is that you don't have to buy any special product to use them. You use the stuff you already have in your house. Now they do recommend that you use a serum instead of an eye cream just because it's a little bit of a thinner consistency. So you put a little bit of that underneath the eye and you wait just, a minute or two so it's a little bit tacky. And then you apply this directly to the eye. And you just leave it there. And I tend to do these for maybe anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes depending on how much time I have. And you will be amazed at how much it hydrates the eyes. It's sort of trapping that product in there, and my eyes feel so hydrated and plump. I just can't stop touching my face. These things are absolutely genius, and they only run about, I think, $26. Now they're only available in the US, so anybody outside of the US, I'm terribly sorry, unless you have a mail forwarding company, which I do, and that's how I got them. And I tend to use these maybe once or twice a week, and they are just brilliant. So this is a great little stocking stuffer for those in your life that really like to do a bit of the pamper and they want that nice hydrated eye area. They're just genius. Okay, item number 2 is another good stocking stuffer, and these are called Beautiscoops, and they come 2 to a pack like this, and you could probably imagine what they're for. They're for scraping out the very last bits of product when you're getting to the end of a jar or a bottle or whatever. You just kind of stick this in the bottle and you scrape out the content so nothing is going to waste and you're getting every last drop. Now, I'd had another version of this years ago, but I love that these come with 2 because a lot of the body lotions that I use that come in those big tubs, you just can't get to it. I'm used to cut them in half and open them up, but I don't have to because you just put this in there and scoop it out and you are ready to go. So there's no wastage, and it also helps when you're trying to recycle and get rid of old packaging. These things are fabulous. I think they also run about $20 or $25. So they're an absolute steal and they will be used over and over again. Actually, you could use these in the kitchen. If you're trying to get out the end of the mayonnaise or the jam or whatever, this is going to work for that too. Fab. So the next 2 items come from L'Occitane, and I'm kind of putting them together. These are 2 products in their Almond range, and I don't know if you've ever tried L'Occitane, and particularly these, but the scent on these products are just mesmerizing and absolutely amazing. This is their shower oil, which is incredibly hydrating. It just is luxurious, and it's one of those sort of, you feel like you're having a treat. You feel like you're in the spa, but you're enjoying this in your own bathroom. It's just beautiful and one of those lovely things to receive. And this was a new one for me this year that I discovered. In fact, I did a video not too long ago about it. And this is their delicious exfoliating bar. And it again is also in that almond range. But what's so cool about it is as it's lathering and you're using it on your body, it has little tiny bits of almond shells that help to exfoliate the skin. So, and it only cost about $6 this. I actually went and bought a bunch of them because I thought it was such a great value. And so if you use these 2 in combination together, your skin is so soft. It smells so good. So these nice little stocking stuffers and just a little bit of luxury for the shower in the morning time. You just can't beat it. Okay, the next one is one of my favorite purchases of this year. Now, it is a scent by Jo Malone, and I struggle with perfumes because I don't like 98% of what's in the market, probably 99. I don't like florals, and I'm not a fan of musky scents, and just ordinarily I don't have a lot of perfumes that I like until I discovered this. This is called Scarlet Poppy. And I don't even know how to explain it, guys. I'm not even going to bother. Go to the Jo Malone site and check it out. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever smelled in my life, and I wear it every day. And I've never worn a perfume every day. I wear this every day. I even have one of those little atomizers that's filled with this, so I can take it with me everywhere. The scent, well, now it smells like me. This is Mary's scent. If you have people in your life that are really into fragrance, this is a relatively new line. I know the red bottles are quite new this year, and I don't know if there's actually anything else in this range or not. But every time I'm in the airport, I go and I do a little spritz because we have massive Jo Malone stands here in the Dublin airport, and I'm just addicted. So if you're looking for a scent for someone, go and check it out. It's not like anything else I've ever tried before, and I can't recommend it enough. It's beautiful. Okay, next up is for makeup application. This is called the Original Makeup Eraser, and it's a sponge. And it's just a beauty sponge, like so many other beauty sponges. You know, you dampen it and use it for makeup application, but what makes it so fabulous is it comes in this little plastic container that goes into the washing machine. Now, I don't know about you, but I struggle so much with trying to get beauty sponges clean, and they're gross because you go to use them again, even though you clean them and you can still see remnants of makeup in it, and it totally freaks me out. This has solved that problem. Now, I have 2 of these here, so there's sort of one that's always ready and maybe 2 or one's going to be washed, but I've gotten these for my daughter. I've gotten this for Gary's daughter. This is just fantastic for makeup application. I think it costs about 25 euros, somewhere in that territory as well. So it's just a no-brainer. It's a great stocking stuffer for that makeup lover in your life. And while we're on the topic of makeup lover, there's another item that I don't have here. I've ordered it and it hasn't come yet, which I've ordered for the gals in my life. And it is a travel makeup brush container. It's like a little case. Because I have found that when I'm traveling, I'm putting all my makeup in, and you try to throw your full-sized makeup brushes into a makeup bag that might be a little small, and they get squished and they get out of shape, and it's driving me crazy. So I found these on Amazon, and I'm getting them for all the ladies in my life because I think it's going to come in really handy, particularly my daughter. She travels back and forth from London a lot, and it's not big. It's not going to take all your brushes, but it's going to fit, you know, it's going to fit 4 of them, 4 or 5 of them really comfortably. It keeps them upright, it keeps them protected, and this one even, I do believe, curls back, so that it kind of exposes them while you're doing your makeup. So you don't have to take them out. They're all right there. It's almost like a self-contained little cup, and they're ready to go. Cheap as chips too. I think it's less than $10. So next up is another favorite of mine. It is an eyelash serum called Spectaculash, and it is by Dermawork. Now, I've used a few in this space over the past year or 2, and this is by far the winner. It's the least expensive, and I think it's the most effective. So you use this every day and your eyelashes grow. So if you have anybody that's looking for that in your life, if you want it yourself, it's about 26 euros, I think, and it absolutely works. So oldest daughter's getting one of these too. And don't worry, she doesn't watch my videos, so I'm not worried about her finding out. It'll be fine. Okay, next up is a face mask. Now, I don't do a lot of sheet masks. I just don't. Half the time you kind of don't know what's in them, and it's just not my jam. However, there was one that I absolutely adore, and this one is by Venn Skincare. It is called the Collagen Intensive Phyto-Retinol Renewal Mask. This is beautiful, and the way that it makes my skin feel after is unreal. It comes in 2 parts, so you kind of put the bottom part on first, and then you put the top part on. You stay for, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It dries out, and your skin is glorious. So if you have anyone in your life that really enjoys the sheet mask, the self-care and sort of the relaxation thing, these are wonderful. Venn is just a fantastic company with loads of really good products, but this is one of the things that's actually kind of affordable. I think it's about $40, $45 for 3 of the masks. I've just did my last one today. They are beautiful. Okay, next up is actually a membership. Now, this only is going to be relevant for the US and the UK, and I have talked about this quite a bit on this channel, and it is Beauty Pie. So Beauty Pie is a subscription service. No, it's actually more of a membership. You pay a certain amount of money either every month or once a year, and you have access to exceptional products at a seriously reduced price. Now, I think the year membership is $59 or £59 sterling, or 10 a month if you want to do it that way. But what it means is you are getting incredible products that are all formulated by Beauty Pie, and they're done so in manufacturing facilities done by some of the biggest brands in the world, but they're cutting out all the middleman costs. So like some of the best products, a lot of things that are featured here on this channel, they cost next to nothing. You're getting makeups for 10 or 15 euros. You're getting exceptional skincare for 20 bucks. It is such an incredibly good value. So if you have a real skincare lover in your life, you should look into this for him or her, or for yourself as a gift, because it's a phenomenal value and it's getting you access to incredibly good products at a really good price. So the last item in the beauty space is my fridge. Now, this is totally unnecessary and absolutely a luxury product, but I got it for Christmas last year. Thanks, Santa. And I love it so much. It sits right here on one of the many desks containing many products that I have here in this space. And there are a couple of things in there that I keep that I love, certainly anything in the eye cream space. I use cooling mechanisms, whatnot. It's also going to help prolong some of the products if some things like vitamin C's are better when they're kept out of the light and they're kept out of the air. that's a great place for them. It's not huge, it's small, but it's mighty, and I love it. And there's nothing like putting on cold products, particularly if you've had a bad night's sleep or you've had a late night, and just putting on really cold products onto your face. It just works a treat. And there are even some makeups that I have found that can go a little weird if they're any way exposed to any kind of warm environment, and this thing is great. So I do keep one of my Jones Road products in there, and it's fabulous. So next we're moving into the fashion space. The very first thing I'm going to say, I think one of the best gifts you can give to anybody, any gender, not any age, by the way. I think this isn't necessarily appropriate for the young kids because it can be a bit spendy, is cashmere. Pretty much anything that you can give in cashmere, to me, is luxury, and it is greatly appreciated. And you don't have to spend a fortune and get the big ticket items. Now, I will say that on my own list this Christmas, Santa, is a particular sweater by Reformation. It's the Cashmere boyfriend sweater in a black stripe, and it is absolutely stunning, but it's also a little spendy and not for everyone. But there are so many other fantastic gifts that you can get at a much lower price point. Cashmere socks. I don't know if you've ever worn cashmere socks, but they are heaven. Cashmere hats. In fact, I got this hat last Christmas from my Secret Santa. Well, it's not so secret. Thank you, Katrina. And I absolutely love this thing. And it is so super soft, and it's amazing how warm cashmere is considering how light it is. So a hat, you can do a scarf, and even cashmere gloves. I think that added bit of luxury is just something special, and you can do it without breaking the bank. Also, another reason that I love cashmere so much in particular is that I can't wear wool. Wool is scratchy. I'm not allergic to it, but as soon as I put it on, my skin goes, "Ugh!" So that just means 80% of winter wear I can't wear because most of it is wool, particularly because I live in a cold climate. I mean, Ireland is cold, and there are woolly jumpers everywhere, and I can't wear any of them, but I can wear cashmere. And while we're on the cashmere topic, taking care of your clothes, particularly cashmere, is of utmost importance so that you can get the longevity and the wear out of them. So for me, what I call a debobbler, I don't know if that's the technical term or not, is essential. You know when your sweater gets all those little bubbles on them? Well, you know, there are products out there specifically to take care of that. The one that I use is the Pilo one by Steamery, and it's rechargeable. You just charge it using a USB, and you put it down on the fabric, and all of those little bubbles disappear. So what that means is that my garments are gonna last longer, they look better when I'm wearing them, so I use this regularly. It's not even just cashmere, you can use it on all your fabrics, and it just helps to keep you looking nice and tidy, and it takes care of your garments. It's a great gift. Right, Carrie? I got that for you, didn't I? Okay, the next is a slipper. It is a slipper that has stolen my heart. It is called the Yay slipper by Uggs, and this is what it looks like. Now, I do think it's a little ugly. I mean, it is called Uggs, so that's all right. It is a bit of a savior. Now, if you are of a certain age and you are prone to hot flashes, it means that your temperature goes up and down a lot. And this is like the perfect slipper because it has built-in air conditioning. You know, your toes are exposed, your heel is exposed, but you're wrapped in super duper warmth. Even the whole base of this is in this furry material, as is the top. So you are completely surrounded by warmth, but you got some built-in air conditioning. So I found last Christmas, I actually got these for Christmas from my girls. It was salvation. I could not tell you how comfortable I was. Now, if you find yourself a little on the cold side, or I've actually seen people wearing these outside, which I would never do, you can put a pair of socks on. But for me, that combination of hot and cold together makes them perfect. They're uber comfortable. And I live in these when I'm at home in the winter months, and it's such a great gift. Okay, the last one in the fashion space is definitely just for the ladies, and it's specifically for the ladies on the small chested side. I have not worn a bra in probably 3 years because of this. These are silicone nipple covers. Now, I got mine from B6. I find I have experimented with so many of them. I have bought them everywhere. I've bought about every single one off of Amazon. I have bought them in the chemists at Marks and Spencer's. These are the ones that disappear the most and also last the longest. They're just the best quality. So what these are adhesive, reusable nipple covers. And because, and I'm stealing a phrase from Christina Mikas here on YouTube, I'm a part of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee, and I don't need support. I just need my nipples to not show through my clothes. I wear these every day. every single day. They have a number of different skin tone colors, so you can get something that matches. And you take them off, you wash them with a little soapy water, you let them dry off, and you put them back away. So these will last about 6 months, depending. Now I have a couple of different sets, so I'm rotating them every day, so I'm not using the same one absolutely every single day, therefore they last longer. But these are so worth it. It completely transformed me and my getting dressed in my wardrobe situation, because I don't have to wear a bra. Like, who wants to wear a bra if you don't need to wear a bra? I don't need to wear a bra. So anyway, these ones from B6 are fab. Okay, so next we have a couple of things in the general household territory. So for me, these are absolutely necessities. These are the things that I'm using absolutely every single day. Could not live without them. And I imagine there are a lot of other people out there that probably feel the same way. So the first thing for me is an insulated drinking cup. I am obsessed with ice water. I drink it all day long. I take water with me everywhere I go, and I need to have ice in it, and I want the ice to last. And that for me is the name of the game. Now last year I did introduce my Yeti, and which I actually still have here too. Here's my Yeti. My Yeti is fantastic and I like it, but it's not great for travel because if you tip it over and it's not sealed properly, it can spill. So it's not great for that. So enter Takea. So this is another one of those insulated bottle situation things. But what I love about it is that it has a lid that you can't lose, because if you know me at all, I lose everything, and it's just not going to tip over. And it has a little carrying thing. So even at work, I'm going from office to office or meeting to meeting, carrying this thing with me, and it's full of ice. And the beauty is, every single night I go to bed and there's ice water in it, and every single morning I wake up and there's still ice water in it. So that to me is a good sign. It means it's going to keep everything super cool or super hot. I mean, you can have your tea, your soup, you know, whatever you want, it's going to keep it hot or cold. And it's a dream. So we actually I have 3 sitting here on my desk. We have, this is the baby, which is actually my daughter's, that I steal a lot because it fits perfectly into the cup in my car. This is the medium. It's sort of the queen, which is great. And I take this to the gym. And then there is the Mac Daddy, which is Gary's, and he usually takes this for golf. But I mean, the amount of water you can fit in here is insane. So depending on your needs, big or small, they come in all shapes and sizes, but they're a lot more affordable than the Yetis are. So that was the reason why when we were in the States last, we picked up a few of them, and I probably would like to pick up a few more. They're great. They're going to keep your stuff cold or hot, whichever you want. And in addition to that is this little guy. Now, I find this is great for the young folk. I actually got this for my daughter, and it works so much better than I thought it would. It has sort of a straw that stays attached to it, which is great, so you can't lose it. But this works so much better than I thought, and I guess it's kind of a craze right now with the young ones. I can't get it, sorry. And I kind of want one. It kept her ice cold all night long and into the morning, so it's actually great. They come in loads of colors, and it's just a bit of fun. Fantastic. Next up is born purely out of necessity, and this is really going out to anybody who lives in a cold climate, a heated blanket for the bed. This for me was life-changing because I moved to Ireland 17 years ago from California, and I moved to California from Florida. So I've only ever lived in super warm climates, and I got here and holy Toledo Batman, this place is cold. And when you're going to bed at night, even with the heat on, you cannot prepare yourself for cold sheets. It's horrible. And for years here, I was using a hot water bottle. So I'd fill up the hot water bottle about an hour before bed, stick it into bed. So I went in, at least the bed wouldn't be freezing. But a hot water bottle is only about that big. So you'd get in and your feet were freezing or whatever. I got a heated blanket and it completely changed my life. So every night now, generally about a half an hour before I go to bed, I flick on the heated blanket, I get into bed, and it's like toasty fabulousness. That is sort of one of my favorite places anyway, but when it's a warm bed in the winter, it is divine. And I was able to get one that has 2 different controllers because Gary doesn't like it. So my half of the bed is super toasty warm, and his is cold. He doesn't care. He doesn't mind, right? You Irish are used to that. Nope, he's going, whatever. Wimp. He's like, you're a wimp. I know. I'm a California girl. I'm a Florida girl. Whatevs. Oh, I can't say whatevs. You can't say that, can you?
Just did.
I did. Oh, dear. I think Zoe just vomited somewhere. Okay, so on the complete opposite of the heated bed, we're going to revert back to the ice cold water. An ice maker has absolutely saved me. And in fairness, it saved Gary too. You know, we're living in a house now where we don't have an ice maker that's a part of the fridge, which was probably the thing that I liked the least about moving into this house, is that we didn't have that big, what we call here an American style fridge that has the ice maker, which my last house had. So we don't have a mechanism for making ice in vast amounts. So we got a tabletop ice maker that is just amazing. I think it makes like 8 cubes a minute or something. So there is always a supply of ice sitting in this thing for me, which I use all the time. And it might sound silly, and a lot of people, certainly in the States, probably would find this unnecessary. But if you live in Europe, where ice just doesn't seem to be around as frequently, and if you like to make cocktails, we do like a bit of gin and tonic. And for me, it's just ice water. I drink ice water all day long. So it's necessary to have it kind of on tap. So because of the ice maker, I do. And if you have anybody else in your life that's the same way, it is ingenious, and it sits on a little countertop actually in the laundry room, and I couldn't live without it. So check it out. It sounds silly, but it's so awesome. And the very last thing in the household space is also in the kitchen, and that is the Lavazza Deseo coffee maker. Now, I love coffee. I cannot get enough coffee, but I'm not like a fancy coffee person, but I do like frothy milk. So it's a little complicated, and I don't have a lot of time. So once upon a time, I had this big fancy, bean to cup, and you'd froth the milk and you do all of that. And I just don't have the time. And we found this, and it has just been absolutely life-changing because you just push a button and everything is ready. So it uses these little pods. You stick the pod in, you fill it up with milk. You fill up your mug with milk, and then it immediately froths it. It froths all the milk first, and then it drops in a bit of the espresso into it. I mean, it is just genius. So you push a button and it's done. I absolutely love this. In fact, I was just talking with sister-in-law about it a few weeks ago. So if you or someone you love is really into frothy coffee, and I don't really want coffee if it's not frothy, I can hear Gary in the back going, high maintenance, high maintenance. This is the coffee machine to give. It's fabulous. And the very last part of this list is in that sort of device space. Now, if you've been here before, you know I love my beauty devices. I just really do. Things that plug in, that allow me to do things at home that don't involve me having to go and do them somewhere else. Those are always a bonus. Now, I think that the next thing is on every gift guide I have done and will ever do, because if you're looking to get one device for someone who's really into this kind of stuff, make it an LED light therapy mask. For me, it's the one device that I use every single day, and if the house was burning down, I would be taking with me. So I have 2 here. I use one for my face, and I use one for my neck and my décolletage. So they are both by Current Body, and I use them 10 minutes every single day. It helps to stimulate collagen production, which is going to plump up our skin and help reduce fine lines and wrinkles. It helps with hyperpigmentation, and it's also helpful in wound healing. So for me, I just won't live without them. So I do have a discount code for that, so I will put all of those details down below. It is a good time to buy because there are particular sales for Black Friday on, and I know actually buying the 2 together will save way more money, but I just think every gal should have this in her life. Okay, the next in the anti-aging device space is my Venus by Even Skin. It is a device specifically just for the eye area, and it uses LED light therapy in red and in blue, and it has a sonic massage. So it's just about helping the uptake of the products that you're using around your eye. It helps with depuffing, it helps with drainage, it helps with lifting the eyes, and I use that every day if I can fit it in, and I think it is fabulous. Okay, so the next is a device, but it's actually for the hair, and it's what gave me these. I have super duper straight fine hair, and it's boring after a while. I have found what I think is the best device for creating these kind of waves. It is the Le Duo by Lange, and it's a duo because it's sort of part straightener and part curling iron. It's fantastic because it's fan assisted, which means it's cooling as it goes, so it's actually producing less damage on the hair, thank goodness, and it also helps the curls to stay. So when I do this on my hair, it's actually still a little curlier than I would like. I like it better 5 hours later when it starts to just drop a little bit, but it still keeps the curls for so long, and I think it's that cooling component to it. It is a fabulous product, and I absolutely love it. So if you have people in your life that like to tinker around with hair, I think this is a must-have because it can do 2 things, and I learned that very recently when we were traveling. It can give me these curls, but it is also a fantastic straightener. Not that I've ever had to straighten my hair before, but we were out and about when we were in Rome a few weeks ago, and my hair just got a bit messy, and we had to very quickly run out for dinner, and I was able to go zip, 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 done, and it looked amazing. So the Le Duo by Lange is fabulous. So the very last thing in this category is actually about flying and about travel. This is called the AirFly, and this is a Bluetooth transmitter, and this allows you to use the in-flight entertainment system. You know, they have a little plug for your headphones, but it lets you connect to your wireless headphones, which are useless when you're on a plane. So any of your wireless headphones like Bose or your AirPods, you can actually use on the plane with this device. So it's just one of those, I don't know why someone didn't think about it sooner kind of products. It's genius. So how many of us out there have been stuck on a plane with really good headsets you can't use? It's really annoying. And you're using those crappy ones that they give you, or you have a second set, which is what I do, just for when I travel. So this is a great gift for those, particularly those who travel a lot internationally. So guys, that is it for my list. These are some of the ideas that I thought people in your life or even yourself might really, really enjoy receiving this Christmas. And since today is Black Friday, it's the day to go forth and do shopping. So I hope this was handy. I hope you got some good ideas here. And if you have any other ideas, put them down below too, because I'm shopping as well. I'm so excited that Christmas is coming. It is certainly one of my favorite times of the year. So I also kind of can't believe it's here at the same time. So thank you so much for joining and for staying if you've made it this far. And please do give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Otherwise, I'll see you at the next one. Bye. Just tell me to get my shit together.
Get your shit together, Mary.
Yeah, don't tell me that. That's me.
Okay.
Did I just land you in it?
Uh-huh.
Sorry. Okay.